What you doing today, bro?
I'm making a bolt-in shock mount for the Galaxy over here. Hold on. For the Galaxy over here. Because we put a 4-link in it, and the traditional way you're supposed to do the shocks, we're unable to do it because the floor is in the way. And we're not going to cut the floor out of that car. So I'm going to utilize the stock shock locations and build something that bolts to the bottom of the 4-link, kind of how the stock leaf spring setup was on that car.
Okay.
And we're going to try to make something work. I'm not a fabricator. This is just kind of whatever I drew up in my head last night, and we're just gonna see if it works. I had like 6 different ideas of what I wanted to do, and then I scratched all of them this morning and decided that this one would probably be what's best with what I want to do. I just want to make sure everything is like easily removable. Easy removable and serviceable at the same time.
That seems to be a common thing among the guys who really care about what they're doing. Like haphazard people just slap it, and
yep.
and oh, it's on there.
Yep.
And the people who really care about what's going on are going to make sure it's serviceable.
Yeah, because I don't want, whether the car comes back to me or not in the future, I still want the next guy to not hate me, So just pretty much it's all finessing, there's really no rules. So basically, in theory, we're just gonna box this in, reinforce it. I'm gonna tack it, and then I'm gonna actually show you what the game plan is here. And again, I'm not a fabricator. This is literally just
off the cuff.
Just off, like right off the rip,
I got some of that gauge laying around.
Yeah, I mean, I have played. This is probably like the best thing to use for this. I mean, obviously the weight of the car is going to be bouncing on it, so you want it. I don't want to use no flimsy shit, but that should be more than sufficient enough. Yeah, let's put a glove on today.
The world wanted to see you barehanded.
I thought about giving it to him today, but I don't know. Text. So that one, we'll flip it now. No, it ain't even that hot. I'm getting soft today.
So you got to make 4 of those?
I just got to make 2. So technically this one and the next one, which are just the rear. The front, typically I would do a shock relocation in the front. I don't think that's going to be the case on this one. I still have to modify some stuff. Let me take this down real quick. Chop that off. Okay. Yeah, the front I usually don't do shocks on, but I'm gonna start like this. Honestly, this probably kills somebody's whole day. To really think about it. I mean, I'm probably I'm probably only maybe a couple hours in it. But by the time I get done, probably be 4 hours in it. And then you got to multiply that by 2. Obviously, the first one is the one, you know, it's pretty easy. Well, I should say that's the one that's
The hard one.
the hard one.
You figuring it out.
Figuring it out as I go. The next one, and obviously I'm not building 2 at a time because I don't want to waste material if I have to scratch an idea. So I'd rather do one and then go from there, you know.
Shoot the cameraman.
Whoopsie.
What you got to zoom for, sucker?
All right. All right. So, tacked up. Obviously, it's going to get fully welded and smoothed out depending on how much time I really want to invest in this. But essentially, that's what we're looking at. So, I'll show you what it looks like on the car. Basically, got it like this. It's the bottom of the 4-link mount. Can't shit what's going on. So 4-link mount goes right there. Boom, all the way through, right? This. Now this is bent to the angle that it needs to be at, or close to it. I don't got an angle finder or nothing, but essentially, axle's gonna have to go up just for load purposes. Yep. So yeah, pretty much something like this. I don't have it tight or anything, but it's gonna sit like that. There, bushing on the back of this, bolt on the back of this. I'll trim this so you can put a socket on that bolt. Should be pretty much good to go, at least on this side.
Now, what are you calling this piece? What is it now?
This is just a shock mount, pretty much. Just literally, this is the stock bar that goes across, and the shocks mount like this, but there's usually supposed to be leaf springs here, and they mount on the bottom of the leaf spring perch.
Right. Okay.
So basically, I'm trying to mimic having that same mount, but on the 4-link, without changing the geometry crazy of the shocks. You know, otherwise I would have to, these are technically where the shocks would go on like a 4-link setup, but they would go like this with the bar here. But as you can see, this is all trunk floor, and we're not gonna cut that out for the customer. We're gonna leave it alone. So just trying to put it back in stock location and then go from there, you know? Out of order spot I've ever seen a music video at. 2, they're just like, everybody like, there we go. So yeah, basically like that.
Not a boulder spin?
So I can put the nut on this side, and then basically it'll hold. So it's almost acting like a
block,
like a locking
backstop,
mechanism. Yeah. So yeah, I think we should be good there. I'm gonna clean this up a bit. Clean this up, start tacking all the way around, get it smoothed out a little better. I might even weld a washer on the back of this to reinforce it because it is a little thin right there. So that's hot now.
Yeah, it looked like it. Just a little bit.
That ain't going nowhere. I'll clean it up a little bit better, like the inner hole. Be fine. And then I'll just start getting all this done. Shape it up. Boom, boom.